Alex, how do you reflect on that one today?
I thought the best team won the game. I don't think we deserved anything from the game. I thought for the first 30 minutes we looked like rabbits in headlights is probably the best way to describe it. We didn't win any individual battles, we didn't pick up any second balls, we didn't win any headers, we struggled to get up the pitch. I think the first 90 seconds of the game, unopposed, we gave a ball away for the centre back into the middle of the pitch, we gave a ball away for the wide player into the middle of the pitch, and the problem you've got when you come to somewhere like here who's just come up and they've got that momentum, you need to take the sting out of the game, and we didn't. We fuelled that momentum for them by giving silly balls away, and for the first 30 minutes they scored the goal, which I thought was really disappointing, but they looked as if they were going to score again, so I had to act. Obviously we brought Wesley on, and I thought for the end of half time I thought we did better. I thought we looked as if we looked a bit brighter in about the edge of the box, we had the target so we could get up the pitch. And then I thought we started the second half well. I thought for the first 10-15 minutes we were good, and then we stopped putting the ball forward to Wesley, which I didn't really understand. So we got joy by putting it up there, playing around the second ball and then playing in their half, and then I think for the last 30 minutes we keep trying to force the ball along our back line, didn't get any joy, gave the ball away in numerous opportunities, and they looked more dangerous than we did, and they deservedly won the game.
Did the start of the game surprise you in some way because of how well you started in the last couple?
It didn't surprise me, no. What worried me before the game was, would we handle the atmosphere? Because I've been in this situation before, I've been here many times before with Norwich, but certainly when you're that team coming up for League One, it's probably the pinnacle in terms of how everybody feels, because you're feeling great, you've won promotion, the team's been functioning really well, and if we don't take the sting out of the game and don't compete well enough, then we're going to find it difficult, and we didn't do any of the two things. And if you don't do any two things, they get their tails up, and then for that point the crowd gets behind them. And although we'd only conceded one goal, that was probably the positive for that first 30 minutes.
Did you see today maybe a team that's been together for a while and one that's in transition?
Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. You know, I said that after the game a couple of times, because there was moments where we're pressing the ball when we shouldn't be pressing the ball for certain areas. There's moments where people are finding themselves in the wrong positions for where they should be, which is frustrating for me because we spent the last sort of 3 days going through it. But yeah, I think what it shows you as well, we had a brand new front line today, playing against a championship team that's just come up, with momentum behind them, at home, and I think that was a bit of an eye-opener in terms of what the championship looks like.
You started the second half well, what did you change at half time?
I just told them to get their finger out really and start competing, you know, that if I'm being brutally honest. But what I will say is, it's not just purely down to the players. I mean, they didn't play or do well enough, but obviously I need to look at my side of things in terms of how I can make us better. I thought at times the front lads, whether they don't understand what I sort of told them, or they struggle to take it on board, or I need to sit down and do it in a different way, I think that there's certainly work to be done. So I think, listen, we won the first 2 games together and we'll lose this one together, which is frustrating and disappointing, but we've got work to do. We know that. We've still got work to do in the window in terms of new players coming in. But what I think it does do is, I think it lets us see where we are currently at the moment, and we need to improve and we need to do better for the next game.
Just as you wouldn't have got too high after the last couple of results, how important is it not to get too low after this one?
Yeah, I think sometimes you just got to take your medicine. I mean, like, I think even last year there was a lot of times I was saying how well we played and we didn't get the result. Today we didn't deserve anything. I thought they were better, so I've got to then deal with that and try and make us better, and hope that we can perform better in the next game.
You've got a week leading into the Watford game. What will the focus of that week be now?
Making sure that, well, I thought at the start of the game we lacked bravery to get the ball out, we started turning it, we got no target, which didn't make sense, and then the flip side in the second half, when we have got a target, we start passing the ball along the back line, so that in itself just doesn't add up. So yeah, there's certain things we need to discuss as a group. To be fair to the lads, listen, I think they'll take accountability for their performance, of course they will, but equally I need to try and make sure that, from our point of view, for our coaching side, that we make it simpler and we try and help them.